Hey, this is Jill from Simple Daily Recipes. What? No bunny ears? I know, I forgot. It's art class day, and Maggie had a friend over this morning, and we were doing stuff, and I was telling kids to make sure their teeth were brushed and comb their hair and put on their armpit stuff and all this crazy stuff, and I totally forgot to grab my bunny ears, so I feel kind of naked. It's weird to do a video without my bunny ears. They've really become a part of me. Okay, so let's talk about this spicy Ethiopian stew. Oh man, this is such a good recipe. It comes straight from the Plant Pure Nation cookbook. I made it last week, or it's probably, yeah, I made it last week. Hubby and I like it the most. Max is kind of like, I mean, he eats it because I made it, but he's not won over completely. But Charlie and I definitely love it. Okay, so I want to just jump right in to showing you how easy this is. Now, the recipe from the Plant Pure Nation cookbook calls for cooking it on the stove top, putting everything in a pot and cooking it on the stove top for 50 to 60 minutes until the lentils are cooked through or tender. And but you know me, if I can make it easier and faster, I'm gonna do that. So you know what I did? I put it in the Instant Pot. Yeah, baby. All right, let's get started. The recipe starts out with 1.5 cups of lentils. I found these yellow lentils at Central Market. I don't know what the difference between yellow lentils and like regular brown lentils would be, but these are pretty good. These were called tannin free. I don't know. Okay, and then I tossed in a half of a 10-ounce bag of frozen spinach. Now you can use fresh cut butternut squash, but I had butternut squash left over from the last time I cut into a butternut squash. So here the recipe calls for putting in 2 cups, and I just threw in a couple of handfuls. I don't think 2 cups is enough butternut squash for this recipe. It's really good. Now, one tip here that I learned, the first time I made this, I made it with fresh butternut squash, and the texture was really good. The butternut squash had a good bite to it. Frozen butternut squash is a little more watery. So, you know, I mean, it doesn't ruin the recipe, but just saying. Okay, and then we need 3 large garlic cloves, and you just chop those up. Yeah, you do what you want to with the butternut squash. Choose either way. Like I said, I had leftover butternut squash in the freezer, and I was trying to make use of that first. What else can I share with this? And then the spinach. I think the first time I made this recipe, I used fresh spinach. And this time I was using frozen, and that did not make a difference at all. In fact, I think I kind of like the frozen spinach more. Okay, and then next we use a half of a yellow onion. You could add more, but this was a really large onion, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to cut this in half. The original recipe calls for a purple onion or red onion chopped up, 1 medium red onion, but I didn't have that, so I just thought, well, I'll go half yellow onion and throw that in there. This recipe is so easy. I love how simple it is. Okay, now for the spices. We're going to go with a half a teaspoon of salt. Can you believe that I am telling you all the ingredients? Now I have, and this is I think it's supposed to be a tablespoon of agave nectar. I don't have agave nectar. I use maple syrup. And then this is 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, which I found this minced garlic at Central Market, and I love using it in cooking Indian food and everything. It's good. It's good stuff. Okay, and then 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Okay, and then here comes the berry spices. I mix this together myself. The recipe for berry spice is in the Plant Pure Nation cookbook. You can just buy your own. You can buy berry spice at the store, whichever one you want to do. That was 5 teaspoons of berry. Now that's going to make it spicy. If you don't want it as spicy, back it up to 3 teaspoons. Okay, here I've got a total of 5 cups of better than bouillon vegetable base broth. And then you stir that all up together. And what I'm doing, I just stir it long enough to break up the tomato paste. And then put on the lid. Oh, it's so pretty. Even at this moment, it's pretty. And then make sure that your regulator there is set to pressure. Okay, and then on your settings, you just need to hit the manual button, which goes to high pressure, and then adjust the time down to 15 minutes. That's how long it'll take to cook those lentils tender. And then after the cooking time is up, then just go ahead. You can turn off the iPot or leave it in the keep warm mode and let the pressure go down after about 10 minutes. If the lid lock is still up, you can just turn that regulator to venting and let the rest of that steam escape, and then you'll see that rod drop down and you can take off the lid. And look at it, check it out. Woo, yeah. Now, I'll tell you, I'll be real honest, I did not wait for the pressure to come down. I was so ready for dinner that as soon as the cooking time was finished, I went ahead and just let that pressure off and let the pressure escape, and then I took the lid off. And that didn't take but a minute for all that pressure to come out, and then I could take the lid off. And here it is. Man, it is good. I cannot wait for you to make this. You are going to love this. Again, it's pretty spicy with 5 teaspoons of berry spice in it, but it is so good. It never gets too hot. It's just hot enough to make your nose run, but never like an unbearable heat. Never. I think that's why I like Ethiopian food so much. It gets hot, but it's never uncomfortable hot. There you go. Look at that. Baby. Have a bite. Have a bite. Eat it. Eat it. Nom, 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 nom. All right, there you go. There's spicy Ethiopian stew, tweaked a little to be cooked in the Instapot. Be sure to give this recipe a try. Try it out on your family, or you and your spouse will surely like it. I'm not too sure about the kids. You might have to have a little backup something for them. I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. I'll talk to you in the comments below. Bye.